What's going on, people? It's Fun Sports. You already know what it is. Shout out to all y'all in the building. Listen, we got Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. This is going to be an epic battle. Obviously, these two women, they have been at it for the longest. You know, going back all the way to college. We all know LSU, Iowa. It was a movie. um, Caitlin Clark, man, this is gonna be something special this year because this is year two. A lot of people thought last year was a fluke, last year was this, last year was that. But nonetheless, both women impacted the game. They took it to heights never before seen. I'm interested to see how far they could take it this upcoming year, how the women is going to do this time around. You got a lot of different people popping off right now. Obviously, we all know what's going on with the number one pick, Dallas. There's a lot going on right now. Shout out to Will Stumbling in the chat. Caitlin Clark. A lot of people think that she's going to win the MVP this year. A lot of people thought maybe she was getting screwed around last year. Let's see if this year she could do it. There's some changes, even for Chicago. The Chicago Sky is a lot of different changes that's made. We all know the viewership for a game like this should be tremendous. We're gonna find out. You know, we're gonna find out how good these women are once again. Today's game, like I said, a lot of people are predicting it to just cross over a whole bunch of million viewers. You know, so last year the game crossed about 2.23 million. You know, it is what it is. Shout out Will Stumley. So how you doing? I'm good, man. I appreciate you. It's good to cover some sports. You know, there's a lot of things going on. Shout out to Autism Boy, Cottage 81 in the chat. Um, Caitlin Clark is not a rookie anymore, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be different expectations. I think last year, a lot of people thought she was a diva, or maybe she wasn't as good as she was. You know, number one, she's probably the best playmaker in the women's game, in my opinion. I don't know who you might want to pick from, but it's a select few. And Caitlin Clark, to me, she's going to prove that once again. So let's see what happens. Um, you got Asia Wilson. You know, she's battling right now in New York City, going up against the defending champs. Shout out to the New York Liberty. Shout out to New York City. You know, number one. You see what's going on. The Liberty is in the. It's funny how they do the turnaround. You know, like I said, New York is rocking. So I expect the Liberty to be rocking too. When they won the chip, you seen Spike everybody out there for them too. So let's see what happens this upcoming season for these women. Um, Let me know who you think is your favorite for the MVP. I like Caitlin Clark for MVP. We are moments away from tip off. We have it's opening night, it's opening day, day one of a new season. This is like I said, you can flip a coin. Last year, Indiana maybe didn't start the season off the way they may have wanted to, but they sure did close, you know, pretty well. I'm expecting them to um, close well again this season, you know. And not only that, let's see who wins this game. I think Chicago might need a little bit more. You know, Chicago went through a situation. You see what happened with Witherspoon. A lot of people didn't even see that coming. I was shocked when that happened. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I did not see the firing, you know, of Teresa Witherspoon. I thought that she was gonna be good for the Chicago Sky for Angel Reese. Just I thought the pedigree, everything was in place, but they clearly have went a different way. Angel Reese, you know, she's done a lot off the court. You know, Angel Reese is like I said, she don't get enough credit, but she is a superstar in her own right. You know, she brings a lot of attention and eyeballs to the women's game too. Caitlin Clark obviously brings more of them. You know, this is the rookie of the year, and well deserving. You know, clear cut, no debating on that either. Let's be quite real with the people. Angel Reese is box office, but she not Caitlin Clark on the box office front. And Caitlin Clark is the point guard. She's the engine. She's the she stirs up everything. So Angel Reese got to work on some things. She got to finish more at the rim. There's a lot of things that Angel Reese can improve and impact her team. And the pressure is going to be on this season. Um, I want to know who's going to win tonight. It's going. Let's see if the Indiana Fever is going to get off to a slow start. I want to hope that's not the case, but you never know in this game. Let me know who y'all got tonight. Is it going to be the Chicago Sky? Is it going to be the Indiana Fever? Clearly, there's a lot of good vibes and energy floating around the city of Indiana. Who knows if we're going to see Tyrese Halliburton tonight? You never know. But what I will tell you is this is going to be possibly a showdown. And I want to see what Caitlin Clark does in the moment, in the heat of the battle in year two. I want to see what Angel Reese does in the heat of the battle in year two. With serious ramifications, in this game. And shout out to the women's game right now. If you're interested, the New York Liberty is up right now on the Aces. That's a fact. So it's a lot of things, brewing here. Um, like I said, with Chicago, let me know who y'all got in this game. Who's a wild card? Who's a dark horse that we're not discussing? Who are we leaving out that people um, are just not discussing right now? Chicago Sky, they got to get to the playoffs. It was a real detriment that they didn't make the playoffs last year. People thought that they was gonna get there, but they didn't. Um, I want to read to you what the Chicago Sky coach said about this upcoming game. Um, Tyler Marsh, she took over. Um, Pardon me, Tyler Marsh took over the head coach, like I said, for Teresa Witherspoon. After she won just 13 games last year, people thought that was a complete failure. But he is already making some improvements, so they see, to the roster, expanding the roles of the franchise centerpiece players. Um, in their first game of the season, the Sky will take on the Indiana Fever that we're going to be seeing in a few seconds. They're led by Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. The rivalry we all know has been documented for years. These two are going to be linked pretty much forever, in my humble opinion, going all the way back to their college days. Um, on the other side, Stephanie White will be kicking off the fifth season at the helm of the WNBA team. However, this will be her first game leading the Fever since she left the franchise in 2016. By contrast, Saturday's matchup will be the first official game of Marsh's head coach career at the WNBA level. He sent out a message before his debut, so I'm reading some things that's going on with Tyler Marsh, getting ready for game day. Um, I'm just looking at the vibes and the energy that's taking place right now between these two teams. Um, this is another chapter, like I said, in the long, storied rivalry here between these two, because this is a rivalry, and it's good for the women's game. The women's game don't have nothing like this. This is their Bird and Magic. This is their LeBron, Kobe. This is what it is. It's crazy, to say the least. Shout out to Caitlin Clark, though. Shout out to Angel Reese. Salute to everybody in the chat. We moments away from tip off. This should be a good game. Let's see if these two teams, could put down a show, because right now the Liberty, that was a good game. It's still going on. The Las Vegas Aces. Um, I want to see what Asia Wilson does. There's a lot of pressure. I know a lot of people want to put pressure just on these two women, but there's other women that also need to help carry the game as well. Since Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese came into the women's game, they've took it to a new level. We just have to put things into the proper perspective. Now, Caitlin, I think is a future champion, in my opinion. If you just put everything around them, who knows what's going to happen later on down the line? These two could be teammates, So the, the game of basketball works in mysterious ways. So don't rule that out at the very least. Like I said, we moments away from tip off. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, another chapter to the storied rivalry. This should be good. Um, Let me know who y'all like in the WNBA, with teams that people are not talking about. That y'all think could possibly win it all this season. It's crazy. Salute to everybody that's in the chat right now. We moments away from tip off. It's 74-86 for the New York Liberty. The Liberty are up. The defending champs are defending their crown up in New York City, even though they play at the Barclays. But hey, it's New York. So it is what it is at the end of the day. We're getting ready for tip off later on tonight. You also have the Seattle Storm versus the Phoenix Mercury. You know, all of that should be pretty good in my opinion. This is gonna be a good game. Like I said, Caitlin Clark is back. The superstar extraordinaire, hit the ground rolling. Came out from Iowa. People thought she wasn't gonna be like that. It was some hate, but there also is a lot of adulation. People do love Caitlin Clark, but everybody's not always ready for you to come in and uproot the franchise or uproot the system. How things have been running, and then everybody don't like for you to get the credit, even though you're gonna help benefit everyone. A lot of things are changing. With Caitlin, coming in, it's opening up. You see, the flights they fly different now, and soon they're gonna be paying different, and people are gonna be looking at Caitlin Clark as the one to get that thing rolling. And a lot of people are a little upset about that. They want to be the ones that feel like they got the thing rolling, and they just didn't do it enough. They wasn't as marketable. When Caitlin Clark and even I'm put Angel Reese in this equation. When Angel Reese roll into the building, heads turn. People want to know what the hell is going on with these players. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Nonetheless, we moments away from tip off. Between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever. Salute to everybody in the chat. You already know what it is. It looked like I said, they're probably waiting for this game to be over with. I said it was a crazy game. The Las Vegas Aces are going to take the fall. That's what it looks like to me. I don't see them coming back. Shout out to the Liberty too, Breonna Stewart. Jacquel Jones, Sabrina. These women, they know what they do, and you seeing it firsthand. The WNBA is back, and like I said, it's more exciting than ever with all of this stuff going on. In the NBA and everything. Look what's happening here. You got the NFL rolling back around. People are still glued in to what's happening with the women's game. That'll be tipping off at 3:20. The game is about to come on. They changed the times in the WNBA, but the Fever will begin their season at home. Taking on the Sky. It's gonna be interesting to see. On the injury report, you got for the Sky, you got Mariah Jefferson. She's out. You got for Indiana, you got Sophia Cunningham. She's out. So that's a pretty big loss right there for both respective teams. Um, let's see what happens this game. I think like I said, Chicago got a shot to win it. I want to see if Angel Reese is gonna have a big game tonight because you're gonna have Caitlin Clark with the ball in her hands. So I think that she is going to be able to take her game to another level. It's just me and my humble opinion. That's just how I feel. Um, but we'll see. Um, we're gonna have to see what happens with Indiana this year. Can they take it to another level? Can they compete for a title? I think that's what's next for Indiana. People want to know, can they actually do it? So only time will tell. But this the start of a new year, and it kicks off against the Chicago Sky. Be on the lookout for the Sky, man. Like the Sky, they got serious ramifications too. For Chicago. But obviously we know the people that's out here for Indiana, which you got Kelsey Mitchell, Mikala Timpson, Sydney Colson, obviously Caitlin Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston is a player who, she seems to always be reliable for them. It takes a lot of pressure off of Caitlin Clark. You see it always firsthand. Caitlin Clark, pretty much leans on her. So only time will tell, to see um, if Indiana could actually take that next step this year. Um, like I said, shout out all tips. Salute the rap guy reloaded. We moments away from tip off. Tip off is at 3:20. You got the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. This should be a pretty good game tonight. Like I said, it's another chapter in this rivalry that has just caught everybody by surprise. Um, has just set the women's game on fire. I just can't wait to see who prevails tonight. Y'all let me know who needs this win the most. Pardon me, that's gonna be key. Who needs the dub the most. It's gonna be a good battle. The start time got pushed because obviously the Aces and the Liberty, that game did not wrap up. That's good courtesy. In the NBA, they just run it. They wouldn't save it. They wouldn't push the game back. But this is crazy. Salute to everybody in the chat. The Aces are going down to the Liberty. Right now it's 76-92. Um, Anybody that's interested, Brianna Stewart had 25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Cloud had 22 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Jaquel Jones, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block. We all know what she brings to the table. Sabrina, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. So she didn't play her best basketball. Sabali, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. And then when we go down to Asia Wilson, I mean, Asia was dominant tonight. When you look at the stat line, you start to think about how the hell did they lose in the first place? With Asia Wilson putting up 31 points, 16. I mean, this is the best. I mean, who's putting up points like this? This she every night in and night out, she seems to be the best woman in the world. So let's see what happens. Between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, because when you got a vet like this, it's gonna be hard pressed to compete. It just is what it is. They live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. They pay Caitlin Clark some love. Caitlin Clark got her little situation, as you can see. Some of these other WNBA teams, they put them in these rinky dink places. With Indiana, they put them right. They about to take the floor right now as we speak. Caitlin Clark, I'm about to get to it. This should be a good game tonight. Angel Reese, That's what a lot of people got look like the women. Like I said, the nails and everything. This is what a lot. This was, I believe, is attracting a lot of attention, to the women's game. Angel Reese in her rookie year, she averaged 13 points per game. Caitlin Clark, 19. We all know what these women bring to the table. Like I said, I just got to call it how I see it: the sex appeal. People like what they see on the screen, and they balling. That's what I feel. Sometimes it's tough to watch some of these other teams. I'm just got to call it how I see it. Angel Reese looked like she obviously dealing with that hand. Caitlin Clark galvanizing the troops. The building is rocking. Indiana is ready to explode. For Chicago, you got Courtney Vandersloot, Kia Nurse, Ariel Atkins, Angel Reese, Camilla Cardoza, pardon me. You got Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Dewana Bonner, Natasha Howard, and Aaliyah Boston, coming for Indiana. So let's see what happens. Obviously, some changes. Let's see what Dewana Bonner could do. You got Howard, out there. Let's see what Indiana brings to the table. Tip off is happening. Um, let's see what Camilla does right here in this tip. Like I said, I like. Uh, I mean, it's tough to call. I just want to see a good basketball game. But Indiana, that building is rocking. I'm looking at their crowd. Chicago controls the tip. Here we go. Camilla Cardoza all the way to the rim, and she scores it. Money early. So you better be on the lookout with Camilla Cardoza, putting up these points. The woman this woman knows what she's doing. That's all I'm gonna let you know right now. She knows what she's doing. Caitlin Clark has it. Heavy defensive pressure from Chicago. They sending doubles. Camilla Cardoza going for the block. Caitlin Clark was fouled. Camilla Cardoza fouls Caitlin Clark. Cardoza is looking for answers. She's very pissed off with that call from the officials, but it is what it is. It's 2-zip right there. Chicago, 9:31 to go. Camilla Cardoza. We all know what's going on with her. You can check her IG. She always trying to get sexy on IG. Like I said, these women that this was attracting a lot of attention. We got Caitlin Clark at the free throw line, and she hits the first bucket and she hits her second free throw. Here we go, Angel Reese inbounding. Like I said, this should be a good outing. It's a crazy game going on right now. We got the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. Nurse has it. Nurse going all the way to the cup, and she loses the basketball. So, like I said, Nurse gotta pump the brakes there. Here we go. Nurse with a three, and she missed it. Rebounded by Bonner. Aaliyah Boston has it. Aaliyah Boston backing down Angel Reese. Oh, Angel Reese just got broke, but Bonner couldn't convert. But Angel Reese got the defensive stop. She gets the rebound. She playing point forward. Kick out. Chicago just missed a three ball. Here comes Caitlin Clark. We all know her point guard skills is tremendous. Screen and roll with Aaliyah Boston. She getting doubled and tripled. You know, Aaliyah. We got Howard just scored it for Indiana. Big bucket from Howard. So it's 4-2 Indiana. 8:30 to go in the first. Angel Reese has the basketball picked up by Angel Reese putting the moves on. Reese to the bucket, and she scores it. Angel Reese with contact. No foul though. Angel Reese cooking. Oh, Caitlin Clark from deep. Oh, Caitlin Clark just threw something crazy up. She just hit like a 50-footer. It's 7-4. Caitlin Clark just wild out. It's 8 minutes to go in the first. Here we go. Chicago. Angel Reese. They kick it out. Oh man, Chicago just missed it, but big rebound there from Angel Reese. Vandersloot. Vandersloot all over. Mitchell was all over Vandersloot. Good defensive pressure there for Vandersloot. That was a crazy play from Caitlin Clark. She shot that shit from deep and was looking for a damn foul. And Angel Reese was talking crazy when she scored that bucket. I'm telling you, Angel Reese, man. Angel Reese is good. Angel Reese. Three ball, Angel Reese. She missed it. Rebounded by Leah Boston. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell going all the way to the cup. And Mitchell scores it. We all know what Mitchell brings to the table for the Indiana Fever. Here we go. Oh, Aaliyah Boston nearly intercepted it. So Indiana is playing hella good defense right now. I like what I've seen from Angel Reese, showing, that she can, stretch the floor and things of that nature. Here comes Nurse. Angel Reese just scored a big bucket off of an assist from Camila Cardoza. It's 6-9. So the two-man game is in full effect right now for the Chicago Sky. Here comes Mitchell for Indiana. They're looking for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has it. Caitlin Clark step back three ball. She missed it. Rebounded by Vandersloot. Here comes the Chicago Sky pushing it up with pace. They kick it out to Angel Reese. Angel Reese with the hesitation, but Aaliyah Boston just wasn't going for it. Big time block from Aaliyah Boston. This game is electric. I mean, I'm looking at this crowd. I mean, this building is kind of full right now. I'm keeping 100 with you. Shout out to the Indiana Fever and their fans. Aaliyah Boston got her 100th career block. It goes Caitlin Clark all the way to the cup, and she missed the layup. Caitlin Clark got to stop missing these layups. Vandersloot with a big time bucket. Chicago takes the lead. It's 10-9. 6:10 to go in the first. Here goes Mitchell. Mitchell has it. They kick it to Boston. Howard has it. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell, step back three ball. Cash. Shout out to Mitchell, man, for the Indiana Fever. Big time bucket. Big time bucket there for Indiana. It's 10-12. Here comes Chicago. They kick it out to Vandersloot. Screen and roll here with Angel Reese. Mitchell all over Vandersloot. Nurse, three ball, off. Aaliyah Boston, big time rebound. Here comes Caitlin Clark, pushing the pace. Caitlin Clark, screen and roll with Howard. Caitlin Clark, big time pass to Howard. And Howard couldn't convert, but we got some free throws. Nurse for Chicago wants to travel. So shout out to Natasha Howard, playing real physical down there, getting boards, putbacks. This is what you need. She's screening very well, for Caitlin. That's what Caitlin got. That's what she's gonna need to compete. It's a good game going so far right now. Both teams, pretty much an even chess match. Caitlin has some moments, Angel has some moments, and shit, there's only 5:20 in the first. So this game is definitely crazy. It's 10-13 right now. Indiana. Last season, scored or assisted Caitlin Clark on 38 points per game. That was a single season record for WNBA. So it's 5:20 to go right now in the first quarter. 10-13. Crazy game. Howard, free throw line, good. Here we go. Here comes Vandersloot, picked up by Mitchell. They kick it to Angel Reese. Howard all over Reese. Howard blocked Reese, but Reese got the rebound, couldn't get the putback. Good defense there from Natasha Howard. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark dumps it out to Boston, and Boston couldn't get the layup. Reese with the rebound. Here comes Nurse. But Vandersloot, she loses the ball. I think it's a foul there. It was a collision. It's 10-14. Caitlin Clark trying to galvanize the troops. We headed to commercial break. You know, um, just keep everybody on one accord. I think right now they're getting playing a little bit sporadic. Atkinson just came in for Chicago. So this is a good game going so far right now. I like what I'm seeing, for both teams. This to me, I think this is gonna be an exciting basketball game. In my humble opinion, very exciting. So um, obviously, nobody's can't come in yet. They haven't made any substitutions for Indiana. The same five remains: Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Howard, Dewana Bonner. So let's see who's going to come in off this bench, to come help out. Already, Chicago is bringing in reinforcements. Um, this is going to be a crazy game, I must say, between these two teams and Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. Um, it's going to be an exciting matchup. I think it's going to go down to the wire, in my humble opinion. Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. The WNBA is back. Let me know who's the player that you're most excited to see. Um, is it Paige Bucher? I mean, talk to me. Let me know who y'all like. A salute to all y'all in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports TV. Epic game going on right now between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. We live. Salute to everybody in the chat right now. Let's see who will prevail in this matchup. Look, put your picks down in the chat too. Who do you have? Do you have Caitlin Clark? Do you have Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky winning this matchup? It's gonna be really hard pressed, to find out who you like. So I said I'm taking. It's tough. I mean, it's so hard to tell right now who gonna win. All I can say is I just want to see a good basketball game. I think that's what's most important. It's definitely must watch basketball. Everybody's checking in to see what's going on with these two. The WNBA, they got to make all of their games feel like this. Not some of them, but all of them. And I think that's what some of these teams do wrong. You know, they got to make it exciting. The question is, how do you make it exciting? Yeah, it's crazy what's going on right now. Salute to all y'all in the chat. It's Flight Sports. The WNBA is back. It's the W. Here we go. It's Atkinson. Big three ball. Atkinson just hit a three for Chicago. Here comes the Indiana Fever. Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall is in the game. It's 13-14. Angel Reese is on the bench. Angel Reese produced pretty good, for him. Kelsey Mitchell kicks it out to Caitlin Clark. Howard for three. That's off. Lexi Hall couldn't get the rebound. Here comes Vandersloot. Vandersloot all the way to the cup. She gets her own rebound. Big time put back there for Chicago. Um, was it? I think her name was Michelle, if I'm not mistaken. That was a good play. Oh, Howard just would have. Oh, that should have been a charge. Howard all the way to the cup. That was strong. 15-16. Atkins. Atkins got fouled. Atkins going to the line for 2 free throws. Crazy game going on right now between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky. Howard with a big time putback and yelling on him too. Angel Reese conversating with her coach. Atkins just missed a free throw. So Atkins got to make these free throws point blank, period. You know, that's key. Unbelievable game going on right now. Let me know who you have in this matchup. Yeah, this is wild. Here we go. Lexi, step back, mid range, can't convert. Big time rebound. Here goes Vandersloot. Vandersloot. Williams couldn't get the putback. There's Olsen. Howard. Howard with a big time turnaround. It's 16-18 Indiana. Shout out to Kick Shins. He says, I'm all about Indiana on this one. Salute the Kick Shins. If you're new to the chat, make this your home. We're trying to grow this WNBA, community. We're gonna be live for the more WNBA games. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you in the cat Kick Shins. Appreciate you in this chat. Says, but Hope Cardoza cooks too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. Oh, Howard, how? I mean, you got Mitchell out there cooking though. Big time play from Mitchell. It's 16-21. Here goes Vandersloot. Vandersloot has it picked up. Mitchell. Oh, Indiana. Why Indiana miss all the goddamn? That's a problem. They miss way too many. Um, Turner just missed a wide open layup. Here goes Lexi for Indiana. Oh, Lexi putting the moves on. Colson has it. Here goes Howard. Natasha Howard. Howard. And Howard just missed a turnaround fade. Here goes Indy. I mean Chicago, pardon me. Atkins. Mitchell just fouled Atkins. So crazy play right now was taking place. It says KM is my favorite. Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell is the truth. Shout out Kick Shins again. Like I said, I like Indiana. I like what's going on with Caitlin Clark. I mean, she's electrified. The women's game. I think that's evident and obvious. Um, Here we go. Chicago in the mid range. Lexi with a big time rebound. Here goes Lexi pushing it with pace. They kick it out to Colson, and there's a foul. Big time foul there in Chicago. What's that? Oniwa? I gotta get her name right. Y'all know who she is for Chicago. Is Michelle Oniwa. Uh-oh. Mitchell. Kelsey putting the moves on. Putting the moves on Michelle. Oh my goodness, Mitchell. Mitchell foul. Mitchell got moves, handles, everything. They can't deal with her. She was about to drop her ass. You should have seen the move she was putting on. So CC definitely has the X factor. Oh yeah, she been had the X factor. Caitlin Clark runs box office, point blank, period, whether you like it or not. She's just the truth. You know, I just hope that they could compete. Everybody want to see them take the next level. Compete for a title, possibly. Mitchell just missed the first free throw. Crazy game going on right now between Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and company. The WNBA is back. Mitchell at the free throw line after missing the first one, and she makes the second one. Here goes Angel Reese. She back in it. Reese has it. Angel Reese pushing it up. Man, Michelle just got fouled. You got Allen out there for Chicago. So we got a lot of different moving parts. People coming in and out the game. You got Banham. Shout out to Rachel Banham. Oh man, that was a nasty free throw there for Chicago. Yes, crazy game. The 16-22, 18 seconds to go in the first. Michelle just made a second free throw. Thank God. Here goes Mitchell. Mitchell has it. Screen. Mitchell all the way to the cup, and she couldn't convert. Reese just missed it. That was a good pass there, too. Reese can't be missing these goddamn layups. It's 16-22. Indiana's up. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the chat. We know how everybody feels about Caitlin Clark. How does people feel about Angel Reese? And everything she brings to the table. But I like Caitlin Clark. You know, this year too. You know, I'm listening to what Angel Reese is saying. Angel Reese got a makeup on. She ready to play. They're not playing out there. Caitlin Clark, it's going down, man. Both teams, looking for this W. I like what I seen from Indiana in that first quarter. I thought Indy, they played well. The crowd is behind them. It started with that three ball from Caitlin. Caitlin hit a three from deep. Like that was after Angel Reese scored a big time bucket. She got the ball and she's like, nah, hell no. Nah. So she shot something, and look what happened. So it's definitely a lot to think about. Right now, who was in the game? You had Ariel Atkins, Kia Nurse, Courtney Vandersloot, Camilla Cardoza, Angel Reese, you know, for Indiana, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Leah Boston, Natasha Howard, Bonner, your people off the bench they was bringing in. You had Sydney Colson, Lexi, Brianna Turner. So they're making moves and interchanges some spots. Chicago, they're gonna have to buckle down defensively. Kick Shin says Angel is typical for WNBA. She is popular off the court, not so much on the court. Angel is horrible. Her head just isn't on hooping. That's something that she's gonna have to definitely prove. Because you can't have the podcast and all of this and that. And you missing the playoffs. It's just not a good look. So I think she knows that she hangs around a lot of different vets. Whether it's in the NBA, the WNBA, she knows some people. So I'm pretty sure people are telling her, hey man, this is not cool. Save that for later. Nobody wants to see you lose and then watch your podcast. It's just not a good look. You see what happened with Paul George. He had to shut it down. It just is what it is. This guy trying to run the he trying to run the podcast and play in the NBA at the same time. He says, "Nah, yeah, she's still young. Yeah, so she got a lot to prove. They all young, so some of them gonna make mistakes, So we'll see what happens though. Epic game going on so far between these two teams. I like what I'm seeing. First game of the year. Caitlin, Angel, Cardoza, Mitchell. Indiana got a lot of good players, man. I'm telling you. I was looking at Mitchell. Mitchell, the way she could just move and dribble the ball is crazy. Her handles is wild. It's something that people need to start talking about. Her handles. You got Tyler Marsh, first season as head coach of the Sky. Let's see what he brings to the table, y'all. Two-time WNBA champion for Las Vegas. He looks like he's gonna be a good coach. Let's see what he could do. Here we go. We got Caitlin Clark. Banham. Big time score right there. Unbelievable game. Colson just got a shit block with Lexi, just put it right back. Shout out to Lexi Hole. It's 20-24. Here goes Banham. They kick it out to Angel Reese. Angel Reese kicks it back to Banham. They couldn't convert right there. Rebecca, Lexi all the way to the cup, and she scores it. It's 26-20. Indiana, Lexi Hole on the big time play. Here comes Angel Reese. Angel Reese has it. Picked up. Reese. Chicago turns it over. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Damn, who was in the paint? But Caitlin Clark couldn't make him pay. See, Caitlin Clark missing some layups though. She can't be doing stuff like that. Reese. Reese gonna shoot the three. Oh, Reese just hit a three ball. It's 23-26. Angel Reese, big time three. So we got Reese out here hitting threes. Don't sleep on Angel Reese. I'm telling you, don't sleep. It's 7-6. She got 7-6, 3 and 8. 3 and 8 from the field. Three ball. Oh, big time rebound from Angel. Point center. Oh, Angel. Oh, she want to screen. Oh, Angel just lost the ball. Wow, that's crazy. Bonner, big time play. So Angel, like I said, Angel just hit a three. She was trying to come right back down on the next possession. She was a little too overzealous, and she tried to go for the kill, and then she ended up getting killed herself, so that's just crazy. Crazy play right there from Angel Reese. She gotta, they gotta get it together, man. Come on, Chicago. You gotta play better than this. Listen, it's day one, the WNBA. This season is crazy going so far. Let me get a stat line, thus far. Angel Reese, 7 points. That's what you want to see, from Angel Reese. 7 rebounds. This is all. Come on, y'all. This is big time, for Angel Reese. Big time, So we just got to give credit where credit is due, It just is what it is. They playing exceptional. They're just exceptional. We got the Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever, y'all. It's going down. It's Flight Sports TV. The WNBA is hot, hotter than ever. Kick Shin says if Reese could commit to balling, she would be forced to be reckoned with. ATM, she is too inconsistent. Like I said, Reese got it. She got to figure it out. But Reese got talent. Reese just got to get with the right people that's going to put her in the right situation. You see it clear as day. Angel Reese, you talking about she can go take it on the inside all the way, stretch it out to three. It looks like from the first game of this year, she is extra emphasis on stretching it out to the 3 point line. Even and I want to give her credit because back in the days, if she missed one, she's not going to do that, but she missed some, and then I seen her continue to shoot. She shot that three with no hesitation after missing the last one. So I think that's props. She's got to keep doing that. So the talent is there. There's got somebody got to develop her right and push her. But I thought it was going to be Teresa Witherspoon, but clearly it was different things in mind. So only time will tell. Only time will tell. Salute to all people in the chat. My man Kick Shins. We got Reese. We got Clark. Another chapter to this rivalry is going down. It's opening night, opening day. Both teams, there's a lot of ramifications on this W, y'all. For whoever wins. I'm telling you. I just believe Chicago needs to win just a little bit more, just because I just think that, Indiana and this, that, is a little different. That's just my opinion. So just salute to everybody in the chat right now. We got an epic game going on so far. We got the Indiana Fever versus the Chicago Sky. This is crazy. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, 10th career meeting across college and WNBA. So like I said, it's 10. They probably gonna go 20. Who knows? Like I said, this gonna go down in history. Stay buried in magic. Here we go. 7:30 to go. It's 23-28. Oh, Bantam just missed it. Here comes Lexi. Lexi going all the way to the cup. Caitlin Clark has it. Atkins all on Caitlin. Oh, Caitlin nearly loses the ball. Oh, Caitlin Clark kicks. Oh, Boston just broke Cardoza. Aaliyah Boston just broke Camilla Cardoza for a big time bucket at the rim. It's 23-30. 7 minutes to go in the second. Here we go. Cardoza with a big time rebound, and she got the ball stripped. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark crossing half court. Here comes the defensive pressure. They ready to send two. The Caitlin kicks it to Lexi Hall, and Lexi couldn't convert the three. Big time rebound from Angel Reese. She has it. Angel Reese kicks it out to Bantam. Oh, Bantam looked like she wanted to shoot it. Angel Reese looked like she wants to screen. Angel Reese, they want to find Camilla Cardoza. Camilla Cardoza has it. Oh, Cardoza. Oh, big time play from Cardoza, but Cardoza couldn't. They missing way too many layups over here. Those are money plays, especially for Cardoza. You can't be missing. Oh, good play from Caitlin. Caitlin Clark. You know what she do? She do good. She got a lot of that stop pause shit. She really is looking like she in full control of the game. So yeah, Cardoza, that was a big time miss. You can't do that. You got to make that. You gotta make those gimmies. In the women's game. All of those things is gonna come back to bite you in the ass. You're gonna see it firsthand. Crazy game going on right now. LeBron James just put an IG post for Caitlin. Had to hype up Clark. Pardon me. He hyped up Clark ahead of her second WNBA season. So everybody's hyped and excited for Caitlin Clark and everything that she's gonna be bringing to the table and everything like that. Cardoza, she makes him pay. She wasn't gonna miss that one. It's 25-32. Caitlin from deep, and she missed it. Rebounded from Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark almost shot it from nearly half court. Here goes Angel Reese. Angel Reese kicks it to Vandersloot for three. That's off. Rebounded by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark putting the moves on Atkins. They kick it out to Kelsey Mitchell. Back to Caitlin Clark for a wide open three ball. That's off. Rebounded by Cardoza. Kicks it to Vandersloot. Vandersloot has the ball. Kelsey Mitchell on Vandersloot. Screen and roll with Vandersloot and Cardoza. And Cardoza misses another layup, and she's crying for a damn foul. Here comes Bonner. Oh, man. That was some BS. Howard just dogged Vandersloot. I mean, Vandersloot ain't no what hitter. Here comes Vandersloot, pushing up half court, met by Kelsey Mitchell. Vandersloot putting the moves on Natasha Howard with 10 points, 4-7 from the field. We got Camila Cardoza. She couldn't convert. And it looked like it was a foul on the floor. I'm trying to think, who was it from? Wow, that's ridiculous. What's going on? What a crazy play. It's 25-34, 4:36 to go in the second. They kick it out to Vandersloot. Vandersloot has it. They kick it out. Oh, Cardoza. Damn, Cardoza, she just lost the damn. Cardoza playing horrible right now. I don't know. She just flopping around and shit, missing layups. That's crazy. She was a higher pick than Angel Reese. Angel Reese been better than her. They could have won another. That's crazy. Cardoza just is not it. They should be dominant. Sounds sloppy. LOL. Curious what it looks like. Very sloppy. You know, with a lot. It's just there's too much going on. These women, they want to look sexy. They out here with nail polish and and shit. I mean, that's how you're supposed to do it. But what's going on? They got to be out here trying to win. Vandersloot kicks it to Reese. Oh man, good play by Angel Reese. Man, Michelle couldn't got what the hell? This is some sloppy shit. Man, she got to make that. They're getting their shit blocked. Says right in the army, we females not allowed to wear earrings or long nails because there's. Oh yeah, I feel you. 24-second shot clock violation. Indiana has upped their defensive pressure, as we can see. Crazy game going on right now. In high school ball, we had to trim. That's crazy. Unbelievable game going on right now. Man, out of bounds. It's a crazy game going on right now. We're in the midst. We're about to have halftime. Kick Shin says, salute to all y'all, that's in the chat right now. Salute the Kick Shins on the first day here with us rocking, for WNBA content, looking to build our WNBA content, chat, everything. We want to appreciate you today. This is something that we just getting started. Vandersloot loses the damn ball. Caitlin Clark just snatched it. Here comes Howard. Goddamn. Indiana just lost the goddamn ball. It's 2:46 to go in the second quarter. Yeah. Boston. They just cooking right now. It's a wild game going on so far. Yeah, this is a crazy game. Shout out to all y'all in the chat right now. I'm just looking at all this stuff that's going on. you know, um, it's just how usually I watch Adrian Ross, but wanted to see some other views on these two teams. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of good things going on with all of these teams. Yeah, I try. I mean, like I said, I don't have no dog in this fight. I don't. Yeah, this is crazy, y'all. We're in the midst of a commercial break right now. The Indiana Fever is just handing them their ass. It's just crazy. Give props to the Fever for the way that they're playing. You know, Chicago got to make sure they don't just get wiped up off the floor either. That's not a good look. Because you let go of Witherspoon, you brought this guy in. And if you're going to continue to get blown out, I mean, what the hell? What are we doing? I think it's getting to that point. What are we doing? With Indiana, we're gonna see. We live right now. Crazy game going on right now with the WNBA. Shout out all y'all in the chat. My favorite team is Indy. I live local, Iowa, Illinois. I mean, border, but I like hooping, so not like bias all day long. Yeah, I mean, that's all we can do. I mean, everybody got their favorites. Whether they lie to you or what. Everybody got their favorites. Yeah, unbelievable situation right now. The Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. We back from commercial. Here comes Vandersloot, picked up by Mitchell Screen with Michelle. Big three ball from Chicago. They cut it to 10. The Chicago Sky, they trying to keep fighting in this. Boston has it. They kick it to Caitlin. Caitlin Clark loses it. Turnover. Here comes Chicago. Vandersloot picked up by Kelsey Mitchell. They kick it out to Michelle. And she loses the ball. It's staying with Chicago, pardon me. Indiana's doing everything they can. It's 2:05 to go. Second quarter. Let's see if Chicago could fight back in this. Allen has it. Three ball miss from Chicago. Here comes Caitlin Clark. We got Nurse picked up a foul. Nurse a little too overzealous there. Shout out to Kick Shins with the $10 super sticker. I want to appreciate you. And thank everybody. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support of the people. It's 28-38. 150 to go in the second quarter. Here we go. Vandersloot. Picked up by Mitchell. Uh-oh. Yeah, good play by Nurse. That was a hell of a play. That was a wild turnaround. Fade. Lexi Hole. Lexi, they just turned the ball over. Indiana, they got to calm down because Chicago just cut it to single digits. It's an 8 point game with 1:20 to go in the second. Here we go, Vandersloot. Here comes Caitlin Clark. A minute left. Mitchell for three. Wow, good play right there. That was Boston. Leah Boston is the truth. They can't do nothing with her. Nothing. They can't do a damn thing with her. It's 30 to 40. 57 seconds to go in the second quarter. So Kelsey Mitchell, I mean, she always on the attack, always on the aggression, things like that. Boston just missed a free throw. Here we go. Vandersloot. Let's see if Vandersloot can help bring this team back. Screens. Uh, Allen. They just lost the goddamn ball. Caitlin Clark is going to the line for two free throws. Sloppy plays right now from Indiana and Chicago. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Caitlin Clark is headed to the line for two free throws. Indy is just looking like they got full control of this basketball game. That's what it just looks like to me. You know, they're having a very tough time, you know, with this team. You know, it looked like they're having a tough time with their offense. They're like they don't know what the hell they want to do. You know, only time will tell. It's 30 to 41. Caitlin Clark, big time free throw. Here we go, Vandersloot crossing half court. Big time play. Allen just scored it. It's a 10 point game. Back to 10, 32-42. 16 seconds to go. I wonder if Chicago could somehow make this a game or they're just going to let it go. Here goes Indiana. No shot clock. Indiana going to get the last shot. Caitlin Clark has it. Caitlin Clark, step back three ball, and it is good. Caitlin Clark just hit a three ball in the end of the quarter, the end of half. It's 32-45. Caitlin Clark is still proving who she is. I mean, that's what she do. I mean, she shoots the goddamn ball. She says, my guest arrived. Got a split. Best of luck. Shout out to Kick Shins. You know, it's crazy. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Peace and love to everybody. Salute to everybody that's new, you know, rocking with Flight Sports. I want to thank everybody for your support. We're going to be bringing a lot of content to the people. CC is just clutch. You know, Caitlin Clark is the truth and a half, point blank, period. You know, it's not even close, you know, what's going on with Caitlin. You know, it's not Leah Boston getting her a little interview right there. See what's going on with Boston. Good. That's a good look. The WNBA, man, they back. They ain't going nowhere. This an epic game right now. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. You know, this is big time. It's crazy. Crazy half right there. That's how you end a half, man. Shout out to Caitlin. You know, Caitlin Clark is the truth. You know, I mean, she kind of has some struggles. I mean, you know, if you look at what's happening, you know, you might look at the game and a play here, a play there. I mean, like I said, it's got to figure some things out. That's all I could let you know. Caitlyn made mistakes. It was times where I was like, "What the hell is she doing?" But somehow she figured it out. So that's good. Shout out all y'all in the chat. Y'all already know what it is. Flight Sports. Caitlin Clark is back. Angel Reese is back. This is what it's all about. We're in the midst of halftime. It is the halftime show. Um, the WNBA, a lot of different electrifying rookies, to talk about. But don't forget about these guys, these ladies right here. They are changing the game in their own right. This is what it's all about. Just expansion. I just feel like it's gonna come a point in time where the women's game is handing out $1 million contracts and things like that. It's gonna be like that. Flying, different types of stuff. You know what I mean? It's changes already seen. Now it's time to just go all the way with it. Let's not waste time. Let's go full fledged. You know, but it's a crazy game. This is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. What's going on right now? Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, this is unbelievable. Indiana, what are they gonna do in this next half? Is gonna be key. To prevail. Hold on one second, y'all. In the midst of halftime. Yo, yo, we back with you. Halftime. Like I said, we done missed the halftime. Um, we got a lot of things percolating. Salute to all y'all that's in the chat right now. Shout out to David Fox. Pardon me, I got the score for you. It says I'm new to the channel. I enjoy it a lot. Thank you, Flight Sports. Shout out Ryan Whittaker. Um, I want to appreciate all the people that's new to the channel. Please subscribe to Flight Sports. We want to bring content to you, news updates. Halftime, I may just step off. But when the game come on, we still in the midst of halftime. I'm just had to step out for a quick second. But this is a great game. Let me give you the score. Pardon me. Um, the score is 32-45. You know, this is the second game of the day. Obviously, you had the Liberty. They just laid the smackdown on Las Vegas. This is a good game going so far. If you're a WNBA fan, hit the subscribe button. We're bringing more content, news, updates, and more to the people. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports. Caitlin Clark, she couldn't have ended that half on any better note. That was a hell of a half from Caitlin. She showed why she is one of them people. Shout out to Hoop Conductor. You already know what it is. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. There's a lot of things percolating, in this game. There's casual here. Shout out to casual. If anybody wants to join the show, you can hit that link right there that we provided for you if you want to get on the panel and discuss women's basketball. We building a women's, community here. We want to definitely take the support from the people as we're in the midst of halftime. Caitlin versus Angel Reese, another component in this rivalry. Now, Angel Reese started this game off. She was balling. We got to call it how we see it. Reese balled out. Caitlin Clark, the three ball was money. We seen how she ended that half. That was a big time three that she had. It just is what it was. This is the WNBA 2025 tip off. There's gonna be a lot more other games to play. As you can see, y'all let me know who you think is gonna prevail in this matchup. Don't count Chicago out. There's a lot more basketball to be played, but it do look like Indiana came out with a different level of intensity, this evening. So we shall see. When I want to get into Indiana, Indiana's next game is Tuesday against Atlanta. So make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports. We should be bringing you content, news, updates, and more. This should be a pretty exhilarating game, if you ask me. The women's game is just heating up. This is what you want to see, point blank. Caitlin Clark, she a problem. This is what it is. Camilla Cardoza, we got to see a little bit more from her. She's somebody who I'm looking at like, what the hell is going on? I want to see more. I'm sorry. I want to see more. We got to see more from Camilla Cardoza. What is it going to take? Who's the whisperer? Who's going to be able to get it through her? Does she need to be dominant? There's too much passive nature coming on from her, in my opinion. We're still in halftime. It's a good game. This is going to be an exciting WNBA year. Can the Indiana Fever somehow compete for a title? Are they ready for New York? I'm not ready for that. Y'all don't know about all that. Um, Caitlin, this thing she need to work on. I think Caitlin needs to work on her finishing. I think that's always something that she could work on. Her three ball, just efficiency. She get a lot of shots up, but about with Caitlin is all about her efficiency, in my opinion. Can she remain? How can she remain efficient without just jacking up shots and things like that? But for the most part, she's pretty good. You know, at times great, excellent. Um, Showing the women's game something that they haven't seen. You know, just a woman not just shooting from deep. I mean, these are like the shots she's shooting. NBA players are shooting these shots. Um, you didn't see that before. You see it now. So unbelievable game going on so far right now with the Indiana Fever. We're in the midst of halftime. Great game. Angel Reese, what is she gonna bring to the table this half? She gonna have to step it up. She's gonna have to step it up this half. They looking to compete. We shall see. We coming back. It's not too late to put your picks down. The WNBA is back. 32-45. We're about to start the second half. Caitlin Clark with 3 blocks, 4 rebounds, 12 points. Angel Reese, 7 points, 9 rebounds. So you see firsthand, these women ain't nothing to fool around with, y'all. Nothing. Salute to all my WNBA fans out there. If you're new, please hit the like button. And also hit the subscribe button. We looking to build this WNBA talk, this WNBA content. You know, salute to David Fox, everybody that's in the chat. Stephanie White, first season. Second stint as Indiana Fever head coach. Unbelievable game. Here we go. Kelsey Mitchell going all the way to the cup. Mitchell. Howard. Shot off. Here we go. Vandersloot has it. Camila Cardozo with a big time rebound. I guess that's what you want to see. Vandersloot has the rock. They find Camila Cardozo. Cardozo back to Vandersloot, back to Cardozo. Cardozo nearly loses it because she ain't getting aggressive. Like, come on. Wow. That possession, they should be ashamed of themselves. It's 32-45. Playing like that, they will lose. You know, that's losing basketball. Losing. You know, you're not supposed to do that. They're making a series of mistakes for no reason, no good reason. Why is that is beyond me. Here we go. Boston has it picked up by Camila Cardozo. Kelsey Mitchell has it going on Vandersloot. Kicks it out to Howard for a big time bucket. It's 47-32. Indiana looking to run it up on them. Here we go. Reese has Angel Reese to the cup, and she scores it. That's a grown woman move. Angel Reese putting on grown women moves. Here we go, Caitlin Clark. shaking and baking. Screen and roll with Boston. Boston has it. Posting up on Angel Reese. Aaliyah Boston. She just couldn't convert it. It's 34-47, 8:21 to go. Big time play there from Howard. Howard just missed a free throw. Big time miss there from Howard. Crazy game going on so far. Unbelievable matchup. It's 34-47. 34-48. Here we go. Vandersloot. Chicago just hit a big time three ball. 37-48. Here comes Caitlin. Caitlin finds Boston. To Bonner for three. They couldn't get him back. Big time rebound from Angel Reese. We got Cardoza going to the line for 2 free throws. So crazy game. I'm coming right back. Hang on. She's shooting. So she about to shoot 2 free throws. Yeah, crazy game going on so far. We back with a Caitlin Clark. Man, she just threw a crazy ass pass to Bonner. That was gonna be a wild ass assist. It is 40-50. Um, here we go. Shaking and begging. Oh, Leah Boston. Big time play. Here we go. 40-52. I give it to Reese. Reese can't convert it. Caitlin Clark just stripped her. It's 40-52. Now, Camilla Cardoza trying to defend out there. Aaliyah Boston, she working though. She giving it all. There's a reason why she's the player she is. She talented, period. Yeah, it's a good game. We gotta call it how we see it. Unbelievable game. Here we go. Aaliyah Boston makes the free throw. It's 40-54. Yeah, here we go. Camilla Cardoza all the way to the cup, and she scores a big time bucket. So let's see if Cardoza could be the one to get this thing going. It's 42-54. Caitlin Clark has it. Caitlin putting the moves on. Caitlin step back mid range. Oh my goodness. I mean, it looks good when it's falling. It's 42-56. That was a hell of a play right there. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Oh, good play. Oh my goodness. Now only a Bonner could have converted that pass. Caitlin Clark started to move on rare form. Oh my goodness, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese about to get into. Oh shit! Oh man! Oh, that's crazy. Oh, they really don't like each other. Wow, that's crazy. You got Angel Reese about to knock Caitlin Clark ass out. That was crazy. Man, that's some wild shit right there that we just seen. I gotta get my charger. This is crazy. Shout out to Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. The rivalry continues. Angel Reese is ready to knock something out. That's crazy. That's crazy how Angel Reese is about to get a popping. We just missed some crazy shit. Crazy. The beef is on between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. That was wild. Caitlin Clark was ready. mean, that was wild. Though. She said, what the fuck is wrong with you?" That's what she said. She said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" She said, "You think this shit is funny? You think it's funny?" Like, come on, they making too much money, man. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but they doing very well for themselves. So I don't know if that was a publicity stunt or what. Because Caitlin Clark was laughing, Angel Reese. I mean, it's a basketball play. She got to take the foul. I mean, what y'all on some no contact? They don't like each other like that. That's crazy. They need to stop this. They both helped each other's careers, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. You know, that's just wild. What's taking place? This is crazy. That's crazy. So I want to see Caitlin and Angel kiss. Shout out to Brian Weezy. Say you want to see them kiss. There ain't gonna be no kissing. Well, that's crazy. It's some crazy shit. That's fine. That's crazy. That's crazy. That was crazy, y'all. Caitlin Clark with the big time flagrant. That was wild. Now she gotta watch that. She gotta watch all these flagrants. That was a wild play. Let's see if this galvanized the troops. Yeah, this is crazy. This is some wild shit. Yeah, the coach was a fever. She hot. This gonna be a crucial. It's gonna be a crucial game. This is crazy. This is crazy. Man, that's crazy. Man, this is crazy. 45-56. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. Man, this is some crazy shit. Crazy game that just we just witnessed, y'all. Caitlin Clark just, they put the beats on them on the women. I gotta keep calling how we see it. Um, Angel Reese, just like I said, they just really had a hard time tonight. That's all I can really let it. That's what it looked like to me. That Chicago has a long, long ways to go before they get competitive. That's just how I see it. I don't see it. I just don't see it going well. I just don't. But they completely dominated them tonight, and there's not nothing that nobody gonna be able to do about it. This was a good game, on the part of Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. If you new, most definitely hit the subscribe button. Peace and love. Shout out to all y'all. Y'all already know.